Hello, I am the LCMHC Mystic, and I welcome you to this moment with me. I am so excited for you to be here at this part of our journey, but we must have a journey preparation. So what I'd love for you to do is to grab your journal, a writing utensil, somewhere nice and cozy, or a pillow to sit on. I'm just so excited to start. Some reflection prompts for you. What am I ready to release? What am I excited to cultivate in this sacred new year? How can I honor balance in my life? Please note a disclaimer. This hypnosis meditation is a guided relaxation and visualization experience designed for self-exploration, balance, and renewal. You will remain in full control at all times. This is not stage hypnosis. You will always be aware of your surroundings and can choose to engage as deeply as you feel comfortable. You may end the session at any time. If at any point you feel the need to return to full wakefulness, you can simply open your eyes and bring your attention back to the present moment. This session is not a substitute for therapy or medical treatment. If you have concerns regarding mental health, please consult your provider. For your safety, please do not participate while driving or engaging in activities that require your full attention. By continuing with this session, you acknowledge that you are voluntarily participating and accepting responsibility for your experience. I look forward to you experience deep relaxation. Welcome. I invite you to close your eyes, settling into the body, and just focusing in on my voice. On this journey, I would like you to give yourself permission to just relax, to be comfortable, that as you find yourself with the breath, you're able to find stillness, even if stillness means you have to move a little bit, get a little cozier. Focusing on that breath, those inhales and exhales, those inhales activating that sympathetic nervous system, while those exhales activate that parasympathetic nervous system. As you inhale, you bring in that warmth. As you exhale, if you choose to open the mouth, you bring cooling, a balancing of breath. Something that you may or may not be aware of is that when you activate deep breathing, you activate a deep healing in the body. So in these next inhales, I want you to bring that breath all the way down, down, down into those lungs. Our lungs have 5 lobes, and the deeper you breathe into them, the more you activate those red blood cells. And when you activate those red blood cells, you bring more oxygen, more movement to your body. And what also happens is that you engage the diaphragm. And as the diaphragm expands, it activates the vagus nerve. And the vagus nerve it brings with it throughout the body anti-stress, anti-cortisol hormones. So even if in this journey you just find this moment to breathe deeply in and out, if that is where you find yourself, you have done enough. And I think that's so important to note, that you are enough. That your being is enough. So let that just sink in. Settle into that with every deep inhale. And with every long exhale. You know, in that molecular level, you are enough. And that ego cannot change that. I am going to count us down from 10 to 1. And as I count, I invite you to just relax, release, allow yourself images and messages from the divine that you follow. I'd like to caveat and say, it's okay if you get real sleepy. Maybe your body wants a little bit of a deep rest. Don't worry. It's okay. I promise you'll still be given the messages you need. So let us begin. 10. Just being aware of the body. Noticing the breath as it flows in and out. You start softening and relaxing. 9. Down, down, down. So relaxed. Your arms let go. Your shoulders drop away from your ears. You feel the weight of the world just going up and up and up, feeling weightless. Just feeling weightless. Feeling it return back to the great divine. And as you do so, you feel the chips on your shoulders effortlessly just fall away. 8. Feeling light. 7. You release all the tension in your hips and your legs. 6. It feels so good to relax deeper and deeper and deeper. And you know that the lower you go with the numbers, the easier it is to go deeper and deeper and deeper. 5. That loving reminder that you are in control. You are always in control. And then if you find that this meditation feels a little too much, you are always able to reemerge. You are always in control. 4. The eyes feeling heavy, but still alert. That even if you truly wanted to open them, even though you could, you don't. That reminder that you are safe, you are loved. 3. Divinely protected. 2. Beginning to awaken that mind's eye and that vivid imagination. Colors and shapes, sounds may or may not come to you, and it's okay if they do or don't. And finally, 1. Deep into your sacred space. With your mind's eye, I'd like you to just notice your internal surroundings. You may or may not be surrounded by a warmth. Perhaps you can visualize a beautiful nature, one that speaks to you. For some of you, that may be the ocean, as those calm waves lap in and out. Whoosh, whoosh. Perhaps you are safe, warm and cuddled up within the mountains. An open field or a heavy laden wood. Wherever you find yourself, know that you are safe there, that this is your sacred space. And I'd like you to be open to the idea of being the creator in this space, that you're a gardener, that as you do this meditation, you move into that role of steward, where you're bringing renewal, balance, and growth deep within your psyche and your subtle bodies. See yourself now creating a sacred armor or robe, attire. See it becoming a most empowered vision of yourself, that you are walking in your highest good, in the highest love. And you notice seeds. And as you tend to these seeds, you intrinsically know seeing these seeds, you intrinsically know exactly where to plant them. And as you plant them, I ask the question, where are you in your personal cycle? What are you releasing and ready to let go of? What are you noticing is emerging and growing with you? What part of you is yearning to be reborn? You ask the contemplative question of, how will I create balance in my life during these transitions? And as you plant and sow, you invite the messages from those that serve your highest good, your highest love. And you allow whatever messages, symbols, words, thoughts, to just come through now. I just allow you to be here in this space, tending to that enriched, beautiful self that is you. And as you journey, I'd like to remind you that in life, we experience overwhelm. And I'd like to give you this. I'd like you to know that only thoughts can be overwhelmed. Only emotions can be overwhelmed. But you, your entire being, your entire soul cannot be overwhelmed. And so in this sacred new year, when you experience overwhelm, I invite you to find pause, to tell your thoughts, oh, I hear you. To tell your emotions, I feel you. But let's pause. Let's flow out of this, because at the core of our being, there is nothing but peace. And you open your heart up to that compassion, which then gives compassion to those thoughts and to those emotions. And you release. You release, you release, you release. And you invite all of the love and the highest good and just be with that now. I am going to begin to count from 1 to 5. 5, you'll feel so refreshed and ready to open your eyes. 1, coming back to the breath. Taking a deep inhale in, full of gratitude for what you planted today, for yourself, for the world. 2, feeling more connected to the body, feeling that rejuvenated sense of renewal. 3, feeling so balanced, feeling that inner knowing. 4, eyes feel less heavy, ready to open them. 5, eyes wide open. Feels amazing. Thank you. Welcome back. I am so glad that you are still here. If you'd like to continue on, there'll be a few more closing remarks and a little activity. What better way to follow up a beautiful meditation hypnosis session than with creative integration? Sigil making is a long art of creating personal symbolic representation of an intention or an idea. It's rooted in ancient mystical traditions, and a sigil serves as a visual anchor, a tool for reconnection. This particular sigil is yours alone. So what you create today will continue to guide you as you step fully into your renewal. You can see here an example sigil. If sigil making is not your thing, I encourage and welcome you to journal for these moments after your hypnosis. But I encourage for you to add this creative piece. Draw, see it, and over the time, allow it to evolve just as we are evolving beings. And then look at this. Look at this between now until next spring equinox. See how it evolves throughout the different wheels of the year. I would love for you to share or comment your experience with creating these sigils. A heartfelt thank you. I am deeply grateful for your presence today. I hope that you find me on other social media platforms. You can find me at the LCMHC Mystic on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. And I hope to find you out there in the ether.